Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Mafan Yashar Allah on the power room. This is Mafan the Israel and the Ephraim. And before we get started, I gotta give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to the Ma'akim, Agwath, and Abayim that's tuning into this video. That's peace to their brothers, sisters, and children that's tuning into this video. Shalom, Shalom. I'm not really big in soccer, but I've been catching the World Cup from time to time, especially with like sometimes I'm at work and someone will have it on. I'm gonna catch it, and I like sports, but it's something that I realized that this Jake's everywhere. This Jake's everywhere, on every single team, everywhere. The only team that I think don't got Jakes is Argentina, and that's because if you look in their history, those people are wicked, and they did some wicked stuff to eradicate Jakes. But even then, Jakes is still there for sure. 'Cause they can't get rid of all the Jakes. But it says FIFA World Cup is a premier international soccer tournament, right? That brings every 4 years that brings together national teams from across the globe to compete for a world championship, right? So it's nations from all over the place. Small nations that I never heard of, they still got Jakes. Nations that everyone's heard of, they got Jakes. Nations you wouldn't expect to have Jakes, they got Jakes. There's Jakes everywhere, right? So before we get started, I want to look at the word diaspora.
Diaspora.
What does diaspora? Slovakia.
Diaspora.
Diaspora is a dispersion of people from the original homeland. It refers to both the act of scattering and the communities of people who live outside the ancestral country and maintain strong cultural, religious, or emotional ties to origin. Right. So that right there. The Lord is talking about how He was going to spread, the Jakes, the 12 tribes across the four corners of earth, and that right there. If you watch soccer, is the proof. Proof is in the pudding. You see it. You see it on television, right? The book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Adonai Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, from Hamath, from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up a sign for the nations that assemble the outcasts of Yasha Allah, and gather together to disperse Judah from the four corners of the earth. Now this is talking about when he come back to save the 12 tribes, right? But you see right here, to gather together to disperse Judah from the four corners of the earth. So you see here, they was dispersed, right? The precept says that they were put them in all we put in all four corners of the earth, right? Well, all over the place. We're everywhere. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 13. Therefore will I cast you out of the land into the land that ye know not. These people, you look at their forefathers, their ancestors, when they were brought to these different countries and different lands, they didn't know about that land. When the northern tribe was brought over here first, 500 years for us, they didn't know that land. And then when Jake, the southern tribe came over here, they know that land. They know about being in the Caribbeans or all the other spots that our people are mainly at. But not only that, we're everywhere. These were lands that we were driven to through different slave trades. Neither ye nor your fathers are they. There shall ye serve other powers day and night, where I will not shew you favor. So you see these people, we just continue from our heritage. We lose our faith. That's why Ephraim, the Tainos, when they was out here worshiping frogs and suns. Aztecs, the Ishkar, they was out here worshiping suns and sacrificing our own people. The Jakes, the shoot, they when they got freed out of Egypt, they started worshiping a golden calf. So our people, we go off from our original belief system, especially when we were driven out of what we were supposed to be. Now we weren't. I want to clarify that we were enslaved in Egypt. We got saved out of Egypt. We're not saved. We're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be in Egypt. I just want to clarify that so there's no confusion. But I was also brought up that instance because how immediately they switched to believing something else. The book of John, chapter 7, verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? So people get this confused. So there's Gentiles are like Gentiles that cannot be saved, and then there's Gentiles are this lost Israel, right? Because they act as if they are Gentiles. Like so, like when some people say the Grecians, but they're Jakes, they're Hellenized Jakes, because they take on as being a Grecian, right? So so will you go into the disperse among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Are you going to go to the land of the other people and follow the Israelites and teach the Israelites that are dispersed among the other Gentiles? Because we are dispersed among different other nations, right? And again, if you watch the World Cup, you'll see it. I was watching, I was like, damn, is that Bosnia? Is that a Jake on Bosnia? What the hell? I'm over here confused. But it's because again, the Lord said in the book that he will have us covering the four corners of the earth, right? We're everywhere. This is the book of Acts, chapter 22, verse 1. Men, brothers, and fathers, hear ye my defense I make unto you. And when they heard that he spake in Hebrew tongue to them, they kept more silence, and he saith, right? I'm I am verily a man which am a Jew born in Tarsus, a city in Sicilia, yet brought up in the city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, and zealous toward the power, as ye are all this day. So this is Paul speaking. Paul speaking to people in Greece, right? He's speaking to the Israelites in Greece. That's why he could speak Greek as well. But when he got there, he started speaking Hebrew because he was talking to the Israelites. But you see that there's a prominent amount of people that were there, right? He had to switch up the Hebrew tongue. When they heard the Hebrew tongue, they locked in, they listened, because our people are spread among a whole bunch of different nations. Our people don't have our own homeland no more. Our people don't have are not just like we're not where we're supposed to be. We're all displaced. But that's because the Lord set it up to be that way. Right? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye kindle a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Let's break this down line by line. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage. So you know our people don't keep the Sabbath. Our people don't try to. They don't attempt to. They don't because I understand sometimes it's hard because you are in captivity. So some days if you got work, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But our people don't know who they are. They don't consider that they are the Israelites and they're the true power, the true children of the power. They don't. Our people they hate each other. Here for a while for to your brother. We got Haiti and it's like you got Levi and it's not Zebulon. It's Salakia. I'm drawing a brain fart right now. It's like I'm drawing a brain fart right now. We got Haiti and the DR. You know, beefing with each other. Well, they the same people. You got Ichikar. You got some Ishkarites. I think they can they down with with Esau and all them. I'm talking about white supremacy and all that. These people are our people are lost. You know that Hosea 4:6 our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, and that's just a fact. It's true. That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which I know is not. Again, going to the fact how we were spread from land to land. The Lord is going to cause us to serve different enemies in lands that we don't know. And again, looking at that television, I implore you brothers to watch a game of a World Cup. I don't really like soccer that much. I mean, I'm getting into it now, watching it. But I understand if you guys don't like it, it might be hard. But I implore y'all to watch it. Cause you be like, damn, there's Jakes everywhere. There's Jakes everywhere. But you have King of the fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. You know, we pissed the Lord off, and that's why we're going through what we're going through. We're going through those curses. It's the book of Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or ancient fast to profess himself a Jew. Going back to this, how we discontinued our heritage. Now, if we try to come back to the heritage, you got people that will speak up. You got people like D-Jack. We had people like Ice Cube. We got people like Nick Cannon. When now they speak up and they man, Kyrie. We got people that speak up. And they try to they try to ruin their life. And these people know these people are not really. These people are famous. You know that it says more likely a camel will go through the eye of the needle than a famous man to enter the in the kingdom of heaven. So these people bow down because they don't want to lose their riches, but these people will try to really ruin you. But here's the thing: these people, we have lost our heritage. Our people have gone astray. But the remnant is waking up day in and day out. The Lord Yahweh is bringing that remnant back and getting ready to send His Son Yahweh Shai back, so He can reap vengeance on these people, and these heathen nations can't do nothing about it. All the stuff they try to do to try to wipe us out, they can't do nothing about it. We're gonna continue to grow and get stronger, and we're gonna continue to come, and we're gonna still driving the numbers until we get to that benchmark where the elect is all in. Then it's over. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 10:22. For thy people Israel Yashar Allah be as the sand of the sea. Yet the remnant of them shall return. The conception decree shall overflow with righteousness. We're like the sand of the sea. We're everywhere. We're a lot. It's like we're a majority. We are the majority. People will say that we are. They like to say that we are not the majority. We're minorities. We are the majority, and they can't do nothing about it. And it's about to be time for the Lord to come back and spank them. So Adonai Dazah, this lesson was edifying. We got your praise and honor, my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashero Kakadash. Shalom to Malcolm Magwaf and buying that tuned into this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children who tuned this video. Shalom.